You know, one of the more popular things that I do are what I call my give and takes, where I interact and give the male perspective on videos that women have done talking about dating, relationships, and their expectations. And today I've got one for you that exemplifies just how unrealistic today's modern women's dating expectations are.
Travis Kelce has single-handedly ruined dating for me.
Now, for those of you that don't know, Travis Kelce is a tight end who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL. He's one of the greatest that's ever played. And unless you've been living under a rock, you know that he recently started dating one Taylor Swift. You know, the mega rich pop icon. And as usually happens when two high-profile people start dating each other, it becomes the standard for how all relationships should be. I mean, the fact that she's a billionaire and he's a Hall of Fame level football player, that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. What matters is that everyone's relationship should be exactly the same as theirs. In other words, all relationships should match the same standards as theirs. And women are setting their expectations accordingly. For example,
Don't get me wrong, I love him and Taylor. I love it for her, I love it for him. I cannot get enough of them.
you know, I have to interject here and say, I have never understood this whole celebrity worshiping thing. This belief that they're somehow better than the rest of us. Now, I haven't met a ton of celebrities, but I have met my fair share. And you know what? That belief is completely misguided. Because what they show you out in the real world is what they, or more precisely their publicists, want you to see. The truth of the matter is, many of them are miserable. But I digress.
But I'm a 30-year-old single woman. The dating scene was already very bleak.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I have a feeling I can guess why.
Now I've seen Travis Kelce, 6'5" NFL player Travis Kelce, publicly pursue Taylor Swift.
And my guess would be correct. Notice, for example, she goes out of her way to mention Travis Kelce's height, pointing out that he's 6'5". Sounds a little familiar, doesn't it? You know, that whole requirement that he needs to be at least 6 foot tall, or I won't consider dating him requirement, that most women have these days.
I've seen him treat her like an actual princess.
Oh, you've seen what they show you in public, but you haven't seen anything about how they interact in day-to-day life. What you're seeing is the fairy tale they want to present their relationship as, not what it is in reality. It's really no different than a Disney fairy tale, and you're basing your expectations of men on that fairy tale.
He blushes anytime someone mentions her.
Oh, well, I hate to break it to you, but that's the reaction most men have when someone talks about their wife or girlfriend. That doesn't make him special. That makes him a typical man. Let's continue.
So I've watched all this unfold, and now I'm just supposed to go date these dusty-ass hinge men?
Dusty-ass hinge men. So anyone who's not named Travis Kelce is a dusty-ass hinge man.
Do you know how many men have Travis Kelce energy? Practically none.
You mean be 6'5", a Hall of Fame level NFL player, and oh yeah, a multimillionaire? Yeah, that number would be 1.
I can no longer accept anything less than Travis Kelce energy.
Well, that's all well and good. You're certainly entitled to set your expectations. But I hate to break it to you. As I said, there's only one Travis Kelce. And he's already taken.
Again, so happy for you, Taylor. I love this for you. But Travis has basically just confirmed that I will be dying alone, so.
You know, I hate to say this, and I get no pleasure from saying it, but she's right. She is going to die alone. Because no man will ever be able to meet the expectations that she is setting. Well, other than Travis Kelce. And here's the thing. Even he won't be able to meet those expectations down the road. Don't believe me? 2 words for you. Tom Brady. What these women don't seem to understand is that these expectations are completely and utterly unrealistic. And yet, she's not the exception, she's the rule. This is the way today's modern women think. They have these outrageous expectations that they deserve the top 1% of men, and they disregard all of the good guys that are out there. And worse, they start blaming those men because they can't get one of the top 1%ers. So rather than look inward and say, maybe my expectations are unrealistic, it's much easier to just say, all guys are garbage. None of them are worthy enough. And we see that every single day. It's pretty sad when you think about it. And men are seeing this, and it's why they're walking away. Because they know there is no way they can ever measure up to that standard. So the only option left for men is to say, it's time to give up, to walk away. And that's exactly what they're doing. Because no one is perfect. No one can meet these expectations. And sadly, most women are going to be like this poor young lady and end up dying alone.